Remote control drift cars have exploded in popularity for a reason. They deliver a genuine thrill, whether you're weaving around coffee tables or laying down smoky slides in the driveway. The great thing is, you don't have to be an RC expert or spend a fortune to get into the hobby. There's a model for every budget, age, and skill level. Today, I've gathered 7 of the best RC drift cars for beginners, covering everything from pocket-sized indoor fun to brushless-powered speed demons. By the way, you'll find links to all these models in the video description below, so check them out for more details or to grab your favorite. Alright, let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the HyperGo 14301 V3. This one is often my first recommendation to anyone starting out, but wanting something that feels serious from day one. You're looking at a 1/14th scale 4-wheel drive truck built around a brushless motor with a top speed brushing up against 38 miles per hour. What really helps beginners is the built-in gyro. It actively stabilizes the car, so your drifts stay smooth even if your thumbs are shaky. You get 3 full wheel sets, both grip and drift tires, plus a robust metal drivetrain and oil-filled shocks. The shell and bumpers are tough enough to laugh off a crash, and having a spare 2000 mAh battery means your driving sessions don't get cut short just as you're hitting your groove. Battery life runs about 10 to 15 minutes per pack with spirited driving. The one catch? Out of the box, you can't do much in the way of tuning. Camber and droop are fixed, and the steering angle is pretty limited for extreme drifts. But for someone who just wants to plug in and get sliding, this is a fantastic intro to hobby-grade performance, and it's robust enough to take knocks that would shatter a typical toy-grade RC. What I like most is that, unlike a lot of budget models, it doesn't feel flimsy. The handling is actually quite impressive, and the gyro lets you focus on learning throttle and steering rather than worrying about spinning out every 5 seconds. For a beginner, it's a game changer. Now, if you're on a tighter budget or want something for the kids, or maybe the living room, the Akamzar S814 is a mini marvel. This is a 1/24th scale 4-wheel drive drift car that's tiny enough to run under furniture but still quick enough to be entertaining, topping out at around 12 miles per hour. It includes LED headlights, 2 batteries, and even both grip and drift tires, so you get plenty of playtime. The radio range covers about 50 meters, which is plenty for indoors or the driveway. Its small size means you can run it anywhere, a hallway, tile floor, or even on the kitchen counter. Of course, that also means it's not built to survive big crashes or rough handling. The plastic chassis and simple suspension can crack if you're too rough. Steering and throttle trims are basic, and the onboard gyro is just enough to help with low-speed slides, but don't expect precision drifting. Where this model shines is as a fun, safe toy for younger kids who want to experience the fun of drifting without risking something more expensive. It's cute, colorful, and the LEDs add a little wow factor for nighttime driving. You won't be setting lap records, but it absolutely nails the first drift car experience, especially if you're shopping for kids or just want something fun to run around the house. For those who want to turn things up a notch, the MJX HyperGo 14303. Citroën C3 WRC takes everything good about the 14301 and dials it up for fans of speed and realism. This one comes as a 1/14th scale, brushless 4-wheel drive rally car, topped with a licensed Citroën C3 WRC shell that's detailed enough for collectors. Under the hood, it packs a gyro and ESC tuned for high-speed stability, supports both 2S and 3S LiPo batteries, and can blast up to 40 miles per hour if you unlock it with a 3S pack. Out of the box, it comes with 2 2000 mAh batteries, and the included charger keeps you in action longer. The real highlight for me is that blend of scale looks and speed. You can use it as a showpiece or take it out for proper rally-style bashing. It's built tough with the same Metal Gear differentials and strong suspension as the 1431. While it leans a bit more towards rallying than pure drifting, thanks to a slightly front-heavy weight bias, there's more than enough angle for satisfying power slides, especially on open roads or big parking lots. One thing to keep in mind is that at 3S speeds, mistakes can be costly. It's quick enough to flip or fly off course if you're not careful. So I'd recommend this one for beginners who have at least a little experience, or for anyone who wants something they can grow into. What makes the 14303 special is that rare combo of style, durability, and flat-out speed. Plus, for WRC fans, the bodywork is a huge bonus. While the previous models are either pocket-sized or built for full-on hobbyists, the Fisker SG-1603 strikes a unique balance. This is a 1/16 scale brush drift car, and I'd call it the best bang for your buck pick for anyone looking for an affordable entry into the world of drifting. It's got a surprisingly solid polycarbonate body with functional LED headlights, a 2.4 GHz radio with an included gyro, and both grip and drift tires. The drivetrain mixes metal CVDs up front with plastic diffs, which keeps it durable but light. You get 2 batteries and all the basic tools you need right in the box. Now, straight out of the package, it needs a little love. The shocks are way too long, causing a high wobbly stance that can affect handling. If you take a few minutes to add spacers and grease up the drivetrain, though, it really wakes up. The gyro is more of a marketing feature than a practical tool, but once you've got it set up, this thing will happily drift on tile, wood, or pavement. It's also one of the most forgiving cars here. It survives flips and crashes better than most, and the dense foam bumper means you're not constantly gluing things back together. The headlights are a real hit at night, and swapping between grip and drift tires is quick. Compared to something like the ACAMSR S814, the SG1603 feels much more like a real RC. You get a taste of hobby-grade features without a big price tag. If you want to learn drifting without fear of breaking the bank, this is the one to try. Moving up in size and speed, let's talk about the CROBOLLRLAARLOXTSF10LC. This car is a beast. A full 1/10 scale, brushless powered drift and rally machine that's genuinely fast, clocking in at up to 50 miles per hour with a 3S battery. The carbon fiber chassis is stiff and light, and the electronics are robust with a 45 amp ESC, gyro-assisted radio, and throttle mixing for rally control. What stands out is just how well it's put together. Metal components, sealed bearings, aluminum supports, and a lighting system that includes everything from headlamps to exhaust backfire effects. It's a blast to drive, with more power than anything else here by a wide margin. But let's be real, this is not a beginner's toy. The sheer speed and weight mean you need plenty of space and some experience behind the wheel. Otherwise, you'll be doing more repairs than driving. It can drift, but its true strength is blasting down long straights or taking on rally tracks. If you're ready for something that feels almost professional, this is your upgrade path. Compared directly to the Hypergo 14301 V3, the Crowbull absolutely blows it away on speed and power, but it's less forgiving if you make mistakes. For those with the budget, skills, and space, it's a thrilling choice, and the presence alone, thanks to its size and lighting, makes it a showstopper at any meetup. If you want something a bit more approachable for older kids or beginners on a budget, the ACAMSR S921 is a great fit. It's basically the bigger sibling to the S814, bumping up to 1/16 scale and a higher top speed of 15 to 16 miles per hour. You get all the same perks: LED lights, 2 batteries, extra tires, but in a more stable, grown-up size that's perfect for driveways, patios, or backyards. It's still very much a toy at heart, with a plastic drivetrain and basic electronics, but the longer wheelbase means it doesn't tip over nearly as easily as its little brother. Parents will appreciate the low cost and easy setup, while teens and preteens get something that looks and feels a bit more real. Battery life is short per pack, around 6 to 8 minutes, but the dual batteries extend the fun. Think of this one as a first step into more serious RC, great for learning the basics of counter-steering and throttle control, without the risk of damaging a pricier car. If you compare it to the El Folisu RC02, you'll find the S921 is a little slower but arguably a bit more forgiving for true beginners. Speaking of the El Folisu RC02, this car really stands out for those looking for speed on a budget. Also a 1/16 scale 4-wheel drive, it boasts a top speed of nearly 19 miles per hour, making it the quickest of the small budget cars I've covered today. It comes ready to run with 2 rechargeable batteries, LED headlights, and a sturdy shell, plus a 2.4 GHz transmitter. The big selling point is its brushless motor, which is rare at this price point and scale. It feels noticeably zippier than models like the ACAM MZARS 921, so it's ideal for those who want to feel a real kick. Durability is a bit hit or miss. Plastic gears and suspension will wear out if you're rough on it, and some buyers have noted little quirks with steering or idle straight out of the box. But for under $70, you're getting a fun, fast drift car that's perfect for racing siblings or friends around the garage or on smooth tarmac. I especially like that you can often find it in value bundles, making it a solid choice for schools, clubs, or just for gifting. Just be prepared for a little DIY maintenance down the line. Part support is almost non-existent, so if you break something, you may end up grabbing another set. Alright, now that we've seen the individual strengths, let's wrap up with some practical recommendations. If you're shopping for absolute beginners or young kids who'll be driving indoors, go for the ACAMMZARS 814. It's small, safe, and easy to control, even in the kitchen or hallway. For those wanting an affordable outdoor starter, the Fisker delivers hobby-grade fun with minimal risk and a surprising amount of durability. If you're after something that's both fast and forgiving, the HyperGo 14301 is my top all-around pick for new drifters. It balances power, gyro-stabilized control, and toughness in a way that makes learning genuinely fun. For rally fans or anyone chasing scale realism, the HyperGo 14303 Citroën C3 adds a big dose of style and extra speed, making it a perfect hybrid for drifting and racing alike. If speed is your #1 priority and you've got a bit of RC experience under your belt, the CROBOLL is simply wild. Think of it as the adrenaline junkie's dream RC. Finally, for those on a tight budget or looking to buy a gift that won't disappoint, both the ACAMZAR S921 and LFOLSU are reliable picks. They pack surprising punch for the price and are perfect stepping stones to bigger, more capable cars later on. No matter which model you pick, focus on the features that matter most for your situation: size, speed, durability, or just plain fun. Don't forget, a gyro can make all the difference when you're first learning, and extra batteries keep the fun going longer. You'll find links to every car in the video description if you want to dig deeper or check today's prices. If you enjoyed this rundown and want more RC tips, reviews, or hands-on demos, hit that subscribe button and stick around. We've got a lot more coming up. Until next time, happy drifting!